is the Monday Morning Motivator with Magoch. Good morning. This is Jessica Magoch, CEO of JPM Sales Partners, teaching you everything I learned recruiting, training, and managing a startup B2B sales team from zero to over $100 million in 3 years. And I really want to talk today about an epidemic that I see amongst salespeople, amongst entrepreneurs. And it is playing small, having small goals, small visions, and then being surprised that you're not reaching your full potential. So my job is to stretch you, to get you to places that you never thought you even imagined you could be, right? And so part of that is getting you to see that you are fully capable of something much bigger than you are doing right now. So this is a common problem I see when I start working with salespeople or entrepreneurs. Their goals, their dreams, their visions are way too small. So if I ask you, what's your goal for, what are your financial goals? What are your goals that you want to accomplish? What's on your bucket list? I get things like pay off my debt, pay off my bills, pay off my student loans, be able to send my kids to college, be able to go on some nice vacations every year, not have to work for the rest of my life, right? Buy my mom a house, buy my dad a house. All these things I hear are necessities, right? They're saying, I really just want to be able to take care of my necessities. So who gets into business? Who's working as hard as you are just to meet the bare necessities of life, okay? That is not what it's all about. There are much easier ways to meet your bare requirements, your minimum requirements, than starting a business and getting into a sales role. It's just way too hard to be dreaming small and playing small, okay? Because that is the result. When you dream small, you play small. So I want to challenge you as we go into the new year, as we go into 2020, and we leave this decade behind, to dream bigger than you've ever dared to dream before. Because we need you to play big. We need you to bring 100% of you. We need you to bring your full ultimate potential to the table, because we're so much more than what you're showing right now. Okay? So if your goals and your dreams involve paying the bills, that's fine. I get that. That's step 1. Step 0. Then what? Then what are you going to do? What are you going to do after you've paid off all the bills, after you paid off your house and you're living comfortably, you're fully set for retirement? Then what? Then what? Because paying the bills, paying somebody else, paying, creditors and debtors, guess what? Ain't nobody motivated by that. And that is why people remain in the same position over and over again, finding themselves, their big goals are to pay off somebody else, to make somebody else, to work in a company and make someone else successful. No. Okay? Those are the things holding you back, because at the end of the day, they're not going to get you to push your limits, to do the things you don't want to do, to push your own expectations, to move out of the hierarchy and into your own territory. Paying the bills is not enough motivation to get you to where you could be if no one told you that it was impossible. And so here's the thing. When you think about, okay, well, what are those things? There's a lot of reasons I see people holding back from daring to dream big. 1, huge, easy, fear of failure, right? It's you failed so many times in the past. You've had big goals that you haven't reached and you failed. And who wants to be a failure, right? And yet we see over and over and over examples of the most successful people, the uber successful people, telling you, yeah, this is what success looks like. I had to fail 1,000 times to get there. Well, how many times are you willing to fail? You've got to be willing to fall flat on your face to get to where you want to be. You have to be willing to. You guys know that I'm a martial artist and I train regularly in martial arts, right? Well, guess what? do we go in and only practice how to be offensive and go and practice the best combinations? No, we practice taking hits. We practice defending hits. We practice falling down on the ground. Because you know what? If you don't know how to fall down, it's going to hurt when it happens. So we actually practice falling and tumbling and all different kinds of ways of landing so we don't hurt ourselves and we can get back up and get back in the game. So are you doing that in your business? Are you practicing failing? Are you practicing falling down and getting up and getting up and getting up and getting up so that every time you get up even faster? Every time you fall down, you bounce back even faster than before, and it's like it never happened. And that word failure doesn't even seem to describe what just happened, right? It's no longer this epic event, this end date, this final notice. It's just a stumble along a path to where you want to go. So people stop dreaming big someplace. So for some people, it was as far back as 6, 7 years old. Someone told them, you want to be in the NFL? That's hard. You're too little. You're not fast enough. You're not good enough. And they slowly their dreams start getting deteriorated. By the time they're 18, that boy who wanted to be an astronaut when he was 5 years old just wants to get a good corporate job and, get a boat. So think back to when you were younger. Sometimes it was as far back as 5, 6 years old. That's usually the turning point. I can't tell you what your dreams are. I can't tell you what your goals should be, right? This is the fascination about it. It's totally unique to you and nobody else can give you those dreams. But you know what they are. They're yours. I don't have to tell you what they are because you know. Every once in a while they creep in and they go, remember that dream? Remember that vision? You're supposed to be moving toward it. What happened? What happened? You got stuck in the rut. You got stuck in the cycle. You got stuck in that hamster wheel of doing the same thing over and over again, being satisfied with less than optimal results. You know what that voice is that's telling you you're made for something bigger. You're made for something more. 2020 is your year to make that happen. I don't want any of you playing small ever again. As soon as you play small, you have small actions, right? Small goals, small actions. Don't expect that small action after small action all of a sudden out of the sky is going to fall out your big dreams realized. Nope. You have to be willing to dream first. You have to create that vision. Vision sets things into action, into motion. Thoughts actually create movement and waves for things to fall into place as they should be. Sound is vibration. It actually moves things. Have you ever looked at the Talking to Water, the Life of Water or something? I have to look up the name for you. When you speak to a glass of water, a bottle of water, over time, those molecules actually change according to what you're telling it. Because vibrations move things. It's easier to understand with sound because we've proven that sound is vibrations, but thoughts are vibrations as well. So whether you think it or you say it, saying it is more powerful. Say them out loud and don't be afraid to tell people what your big dreams are. And then when you've just thought that you're started dreaming big, push yourself to dream even bigger. What's the biggest award you can achieve in your field? Great, you've got it. You've got it 10 times in a row. And then you become the judge of that because you're that good. Then you start creating your own contests and awards for your industry. Okay? So you are serving nobody, especially yourself. You are serving nobody by playing small right now. I want you to level up, and I'll see you in 2020. Bye.
Is the Monday Morning Motivator with Magoch.